Our protagonist, Yugimoto, wants to make friends. He solves a puzzle and makes friends named Janucci, Hana, and Anzu, who we will call by their English names of Joey, Tristan, and Taya. Yugi says that his grandfather has a super rare card that he'll let them see, and this gets the attention of forever rival Seto Kaiba. They check the constantly cool card, causing Kaiba to completely crave the card. Grandpa says no, so Kaiba kidnaps him, beats him in a card game using Ultra 4K graphics from the late 1990s that sends Grandpa to the hospital, and rips his card in half because YOLO. Instead of going with him as next of kin, Yugi stays behind to avenge his very much alive grandpa in a card game. He wins using Exodia for the only time in this series, and uses the Force to get rid of the evil in Kaiba's heart using the Force Ghost in his puzzle. More on this fella later. Yugi receives a VHS from the straightest JoJo character, Maximilian J. Crawford, who we will call Pegasus, and Grandpa has his soul stolen. Yugi and company then travel to a remote island to retrieve the soul instead of contacting the authorities because shonen. Yugi immediately trusts the not-so-evil looking guy dressed in green, who then proceeds to toss the Exodia cards into the sea, where Joey uses the power of friendship to literally jump ship and try to retrieve the pieces of cardboard while disregarding his own life. He somehow gets back on board without the help of ship personnel, and Yugi proceeds to challenge the green dude in a duel on the island. He wins. Joey also duels and is used as the stand-in for the audience to learn how to play the game, only for us to have completely different rules IRL. Shenanigans ensue with us learning that the power of friendship can defeat anything because shonen. In the meantime, newly good and badass Seto Kaiba finds out that his company is being taken over by Pegasus and his board of directors. He escapes to the remote island after an assassination attempt to rescue his chained brother instead of contacting the proper authorities because shonen. Pegasus cuts him a deal that he will release Mokuba and give him back his company if he beats him in a card game, but only if he can get 10 star chips. The star chips are basically what the contestants need to make it into the castle because tournaments are never out of fashion in shonen. Yugi in the meantime encounters his soon-to-be longtime nemesis named Bakura, who will absolutely do a slow burn 200 episode long arc to have his dastardly plan go into action against the Force Ghost that lives in Yugi's puzzle. Evil Bakura challenges Dark Yugi to a game, and this is where we learn that the two Yugis are separate Yugis and the cooler Yugi is the one plastered on all promotional material for the series. We'll call him Pharaoh for now. Pharaoh beats Evil Bakura, and the gang continues to prove that the power of friendship can defeat anything. The gang encounters Kaiba, and round 2 begins. Kaiba is close to defeat, so he puts his life on the line, saying that the Pharaoh has to kill him in order to win. The Pharaoh is willing to kill him, Yugi is not, so Kaiba wins. Yugi is in shambles and has lost the will to duel because he nearly killed the guy. Reasonable, but not for a shonen anime. Teo perks him right up using the power of friendship, and the gang makes it to the tournament finals. The gang watches Kaiba lose, not just the duel, but his soul. The 4 contestants are not at all rattled by this because it's probably a common occurrence. While February 14th, Wish, Captain America, Joey, and Yugi x2 prepare for the semifinals, the rest of the gang tries to figure out what Pegasus is all about. Turns out he's not so evil, but he also partakes in a ritual because that's what's up. They return to their rooms with no memory of what happened. The semifinals happen, and, using the power of friendship, Yugi and Joey advance to the finals. Joey is dueling for money to pay for the wildly expensive cataract surgery his sister is getting, while Yugi is dueling for the souls of Grandpa, Kaiba, and Mokuba, and to thwart any evil plans Pegasus has. So it's a toss-up. Yugi then duels Pegasus, where it turns into a shadow game. Yugi and Pharaoh use their power of friendship to defeat Pegasus and rescue everyone. Yugi is still a good friend, so he gifts Joey the prize money. Pegasus then has his golden eye taken from him by Evil Bakura in a beam struggle inspired by Dragon Ball Z. An Egyptian man enters Yugi's mind where he finds the pharaoh living in Esker's relativity painting and searches for stuff. Yugi shows his protagonist powers and saves him from any danger. Slowly but surely, we are being exposed to the pharaoh's background and what all is going on. But not too much time because it's filler time. Kaiba is working on virtual reality tech where his totally not evil board of directors have him test the game. Kaiba concurs as it is smarter for the CEO of the company to test the game instead of game testers and programmers. Mokuba escapes the evil board of directors and their lackeys and asks the gang to help save his brother. The gang agrees and make their way through the JRPG with no issues. Kaiba escapes by himself because he's the f***ing man and meets up with everyone else to take down the big bad 5-headed dragon. The Pharaoh and Kaiba combine their best monsters to create the Dragon Master Champion and win the JRPG beta game. Everyone goes home happily ever after until the next arc begins.